Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 25th Annual Rites of Passage Ceremony. My name is Kente Stole, and I serve as the Assistant Director of the Paul Robeson Cultural Center here at Rutgers University, New Brunswick. Thank you for being here with us on this joyous occasion. I'd like you to enjoy me in welcoming distinguished faculty, administrators, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2017. Please stand for the processional.
You all may be seated. Let me first say that you all look wonderful. It was a wonderful crowd. Give it up for yourselves one more time. Welcome to the 25th Rites of Passage Ceremony here at the Rutgers University, New Brunswick. Good afternoon, faculty, staff, students, alumni, family, friends, and most importantly, to the participating class of 2017. My name is David Jones, and I'm your director of the Paul Robeson Cultural Center, and I am incredibly honored to be with you this afternoon for the 25th Annual Rites of Passage Ceremony. Today, we will honor the academic accomplishments of Rutgers University, New Brunswick Black and Latinx-identified graduating class, as well as the various imprints you as a community will be leaving on our campus after Sunday's official commencement. To join in celebration behind me is part of your support network. Distinguished faculty, academic deans, the leadership of the Division of Student Affairs, Undergraduate Academic Affairs, Africana Studies, and senior university leaders, including our Chancellor. We have all come to congratulate you on your wonderful accomplishments, affirm you in your contributions, and inspire you in your pursuits. Malcolm X once said, "Education is the passport to our future, for it belongs to the people who prepare for it today." Each of you committed yourself to academic excellence during your time here at Rutgers University, New Brunswick. And as a result, you have prepared yourself for this moment and this next chapter of your journey. This education is your passport. It is your access to greater opportunities, and with the continued support from many of us here today, you will move forward with this education to be change agents, innovative leaders, and thoughtful, critical scholars this world so desperately needs. There are over 650 students present today. 650 students present today. And honestly, we can't tell who's happier, our students or our family, our friends. For we know this day is just as much a celebration for your family and your friends as it is for you as graduates. We know the sacrifice many of our family and friends have made to help get you to this moment. That's right. You all deserve a round of applause. Graduating college is a collective effort. We all know the African proverb, "It takes a village to raise a child." Well, this college journey can be met with hurdles, challenges, and roadblocks that often we cannot withstand alone. And so as you graduate and complete this journey, make sure to pay homage to your support system, your cheerleading team that has been there for you along the way, because it takes a village. The college journey is rarely done alone. As we reflect on the we, let us always remember the community that has formed among you during your time with us, the community you brought with you, and the community you'll return to, as well as the sense of community that leads us into our theme for this ceremony, Sankofa. Sankofa is a concept, an ideology, a philosophy, a principle, which according to the Akan people of Ghana, means it is not wrong to go back for what you have forgotten. The symbol is visualized as a mythical bird, flying forward with its head turned backward and an egg in mouth. Sankofa is meant to inspire us in the search for wisdom, history, and knowledge, that we would progress, develop, and press forward, both individually and collectively, but that we also have our eyes, our conscience, and our grounding in our history, our roots. Sankofa reaches back and says the past is the pathway to understanding the present and shaping the future. That is what today is about. I am proud. Your Rutgers family, joined with me on this stage, is proud. Our distinguished keynote speaker, Dr. Sean Harper, is proud. As a collective community, both past, present, and future, we are all proud to be part of this reaching back and this stepping forward with you today, tomorrow, and beyond. Each year, this event marks a proud moment for all of us in the university community, especially this year as we celebrate 25 years of the Rites of Passage Ceremony. In the spirit of Sankofa, it is my pleasure to introduce the Liberated Gospel Choir, who will sing the Negro National Anthem, followed by Reverend DeForest Blake Soaries, Jr. from First Baptist Church of Lincoln Gardens, who will be sharing a libation, which is a tribute to our ancestors. Please rise and join me in welcoming Liberated Gospel Choir.
Every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling seas. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. One is one.
Please be seated. We gather today to honor and celebrate the great achievement and accomplishments of the great class of 2017. As we celebrate your success, we do so commencing this great afternoon with a libation. At various times and various places, people have used water libation to symbolize some very significant concepts. In the first instance, there is a people that would pour water to thank God for the rain received during the last season. In that sense, we pour water to join with you and your families to thank God for the rain, for the moisture, for all of the ingredients that came from heaven and earth to make you successful against all odds to be graduates of Rutgers University. We thank God for the rain. And then, in another time and place, there are people that use water and the pouring of water to honor our ancestors. And so we commence this day realizing that all of you stand on the shoulders of giants. And so as we pour the water, we honor those African slaves that were sold by the founders of this university and built the buildings that you call home. We pour the water to honor those young people who would have gone to Rutgers, but because of racism, they were not allowed to attend. We pour the water for those who entered Rutgers and because of institutional obstacles never graduated, that would be me, from Rutgers University. But we pour the water to honor those who were dismissed from Rutgers but went on to achieve great things and lead their communities, and that would be me. We pour the water for those who could not attend college because of economic disparity. We pour the water for those African Americans and Latinos who were qualified but didn't have an opportunity to teach at Rutgers. We pour the water for those who should have served on the Board of Governors and the Board of Trustees to fairly represent our people and never had a chance. And we pour the water for those from outside of our community who stood for justice, spoke truth to power, and supported the cause that resulted in our presence here today. And so we pour this water, for this water represents not only our past but our future. And we pray that the God who made this water will give you the strength and the power to rise above all obstacles and to achieve against all odds. The Liberation Gospel Choir sang our song, but I like the third verse of that song. And as I pour this water, hear the words from James Weldon Johnson, 1899, who said, God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on our way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray, lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee, lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadowed beneath God's hand, may we forever stand true to our God, and as we pour the water, true to our native land. God bless you.
Thank you, Liberated Gospel Choir, or LGC, as we know them on campus. And thank you, Reverend Soaries, for your invoking of our ancestral heritage. It is with pleasure that I now introduce our Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs, Dr. Felicia McGinty. In under 4 years of leading the division, Dr. McGinty has increased support and funding for our cultural centers through advocacy and forward-thinking leadership. She has worked closely with alumni to re-engage them with the university and to our students to cultivate and inspire an active alumni base. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Felicia McGinty to the podium.
Congratulations, class of 2017. I am honored to be your Vice Chancellor, and it is a pleasure to be with you today. I'd like to start by recognizing our divisional colleagues and university partners that made today possible. Thank you. And I would be remiss if we did not pay homage to the indigenous peoples on whose land we now stand. Our ancestors gave their blood and their life for us to be here. And those original Scarlet Knights of color paved the way. So I think of James Dixon Carr, the first African American to graduate from Rutgers in 1892, to Julio Martinez, the first Latino to be admitted to Rutgers in 1873, and to William Riva, the first Latino to graduate from Rutgers in 1891. And lest we not forget to say his name, to Will. And if you don't know, I'm not talking about Willie the Silent. I'm talking about Will, the slave who helped to lay the foundation for the old Queens building, the first building at Rutgers. If you don't know about him, you should pick up a copy of Scarlet and Black. Students, you came here to broaden your horizons, deepen your understanding, and define who you are. On this journey, you have broken boundaries, exceeded odds, and defied statistics to arrive at this point. You have claimed your right to an education, a right your ancestors were often denied or made to feel too inferior to attain. You have proved the naysayers wrong, and the cap and gowns you wear today are representative of your new status as a college-educated individual. You've earned the right to wear that regalia, but I want you to know that today is when the real work begins. You've heard the old adage, with wisdom comes responsibility, and that phrase still rings true today. So I want you to ask yourselves, how will you pay it forward? How will you lift as you climb? How will you stay engaged with Rutgers and this community? These are important questions and decisions that will lay the foundation for Rutgers students to come in the future. I encourage you to stay engaged and involved in the life of this university, to push us to be a better institution. However you do it, just remember that you are responsible to help other students access the pipeline. So I want you to continue to stand up, continue to stay woke, and stay the course. And remember, Rutgers is your home, and you are always welcome here. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. McGinty. I would now like to welcome our Chancellor, Richard Edwards, to the stage for remarks.
Thank you. I'm really delighted to be able to offer my congratulations to this wonderful group of students. In a few days, you'll be graduates, you'll be alums. I'm thrilled to be here for the 25th anniversary of the Rites of Passage. And I look forward to participating in commencement in a few days, and again, making announcements that will officially confer the degrees on you. Now, when we think about how Rutgers values diversity, inclusion, and the acceptance of one another and our differences, I don't think we can overlook the celebration of this diversity that occurs each year at this wonderful ceremony. I'm incredibly thankful for the Paul Robeson Center and their innovative, creative, and really hard work, inclusive vision to recreate the greatness and beauty that this ceremony provides to the Rutgers community each year. Last year, at our 250th commencement, we were honored to have President Barack Obama as our speaker. And President Obama said, and I quote, "America converges here, and in so many ways the history of Rutgers mirrors the evolution of America, the course by which we became bigger, stronger, richer, more dynamic, and a more inclusive nation," end of quote. Now that quote has stuck with me since that moment last May. And as you embark on the next chapter in your life, on your journey, I hope that you'll always think about your experience at Rutgers University, New Brunswick, and how you're part of a diverse and inclusive community where America converges and where we celebrate the people and big ideas that start here. Rutgers represents a coming together of people, of place and ideas like no other university in the nation. We're committed to celebrating and exploring the diversity of ideas and place and people through our programming and our strategic initiatives. Rutgers is indeed a convergence of innovative brilliance, and each year you are part of that. Our faculty, students, and alumni have been responsible for truly life-changing ideas and breakthroughs for more than 250 years. For the last 25 of the 250 years, the Rites of Passage Ceremony has been a part of those life-changing and breakthrough ideas. It's my hope that you will take all of the experiences that you have acquired here and discover newer, more innovative ideas that will make the world a better place that will make us proud, that will make your family and friends proud, and allow you to continue to celebrate your accomplishments as alumni of this institution. I'm looking forward to the rest of this wonderful ceremony, and especially hearing from our student speaker and the student performances, because the voices of our students empower us all to be thought leaders and change agents that the world needs. I would just suggest that you have worked hard to get where you are. You put in a lot of time and energy and resources. I'd also suggest that none of you made it here alone. And I'd like to ask if you would stand up, face your friends and family in the audience, and give them a big thank you, because they helped you along the way, and it's important. And thank all of you for coming to Rutgers, for persevering, for having the grit that it takes to get a college education here. And I look forward to having you as part of our alumni family. Thanks again. And it's my turn now to introduce and bring to the podium the Vice Chancellor for Undergraduate Academic Affairs, Dr. Ben Cifuentes Jaragüe. Ben?
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Office of Undergraduate Academic Affairs, I am delighted to welcome you to the 25th Annual Rites of Passage Ceremony. Our staff works to develop initiatives throughout the year to help historically underrepresented students persist and reach this milestone in their academic journey. This annual ceremony is important to our university community. It recognizes students' hard work and dedication to achieve success both in and out of the classroom. I would like to offer my sincere appreciation to the Paul Robeson Cultural Center for leading and coordinating such a memorable event year after year. For our 2017 graduates, I'm excited for you and the journey that awaits you. As you move on to your next adventure, please remember never to stop learning. Continue to always find ways to obtain new knowledge and educate yourself. Teach others what you have learned along the way. As a soon-to-be alumnus or alumna, it is important to find value in the education you've received and identify ways in which you can use your education to help teach others. And finally, be proud of what you have accomplished thus far. Showcase your pride in your graduate program, career path, or any new adventure you may embark on. But always remain humble and aware of how you started this journey and what it took to get to this place. We are very proud of you. I am sure you're very proud of yourselves. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to invite to the podium Ms. Kente Stole, who will introduce our student speaker.
I have the distinct honor of introducing the class of 2017 student speaker, someone we've had the pleasure working with over the last few weeks in shaping a message that would speak to our graduates' identities, their experiences, and memories of this institution we all call home. Kayla Jackson is a Rutgers University, I'll say that again. Kayla Jackson is a Rutgers University student, innovator, entrepreneur, problem solver, public speaker, business consultant, and community leader dedicated to inspiring millennials to expand their boundaries and maximize their potential. Through her experience launching, scaling, and selling an online magazine meant to empower young women of color before she graduated high school, she developed the entrepreneurial bug. She eventually chose to major in journalism and media studies and minor in entrepreneurship. By her junior year, she teamed up with her classmates to create a startup that seeks to disrupt educational funding forever. Kayla is now the co-founder, chief operating officer, and president of Petal, an online crowdfunding platform that helps students fundraise money for college through relationships with scholarship providers and corporations. Petal awards their endowments to qualified students, then transfers the funds from student campaigns to their universities in the form of a third-party scholarship. She served as an ambassador for large corporations and youth organizations like the Walt Disney Company, the First Tee, and NJ Orators. She continues to use her gifts to fuel her passions for people, business, and youth empowerment. Please join me in welcoming Kayla Jackson to the stage.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. Education is to teach one to think critically and to think intensively. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. In a world where there are institutions and systems in place to ensure that people who look like us do not thrive, I think we can all agree that over the past 4 years, our parents, loved ones, and our families that we found here at Rutgers University have expanded our boundaries, maximized our potentials, and broadened our horizons. See, I remember growing up to turn on the TV screen to see people who look like me, like you, shucking and jiving and fighting and fornicating. I remember growing up to hear people who look like me tell me that I couldn't do something, or that I couldn't be something, and I actually believed them because I learned when I was little that society is set up to keep us in chains. I remember growing up being the only girl of color to compete in almost every golf tournament I ever played in, and hearing a girl say to my face, "An N-word will never beat me." Don't worry though, God don't like ugly, and I got first place in that competition. But in all seriousness, it's all of these reasons why I started an online magazine in high school to empower young girls of color, to give us a platform and a voice. But by the time I was a senior, I was torn between what I thought was a passion for journalism and what I thought was a passion for golf. So I sold the magazine, I turned down all of my college offers, and found out that all of my dream schools I couldn't afford, so that's how I ended up here at Rutgers. But I remember the first time that I stepped foot on this campus, and I felt the same way that I did growing up. Alone, afraid. I found 25 reasons why I didn't belong at a PWI, a predominantly white institution. But I did what we do best. I didn't just survive, I found 25 reasons how and why I could thrive here. How I could thrive here at Rutgers University, at an institution that was built on the backs of our people. An institution that was built by us but not for us. An institution that our minds designed. An institution that over time our minds redefined. An institution built by us that we reclaimed for us. So I will leave this institution come Sunday, pursuing my company Petal. As Kiana already told you, it's a crowdfunding platform that helps students fundraise money for college. And at our core, we believe that one should never celebrate opportunities. We should celebrate access to them. So this year, on the 25th anniversary of excellence, we not only bow our heads to the legacies who have made our bond stronger, but also to the legacies who have paid access to opportunities for us all sitting here today. I mean, When we step foot on that stage on Sunday to accept our degrees, our fight is not over. It's only begun. A fight for freedom so that we can free the people who are still bound by the chains of ignorance. For acceptance, because we can't just lean in like everyone else. We have to kick down doors and break through windows just to demand a seat at the table. For love, because that's what we all deserve. For power, property, and privilege, a never-ending fight. But together, as we walk that stage one by one, we are more unified than ever. We are bound by a scarlet R that stands for the reality of our reach as we reach for the stars, climbing on the backs of our people to break through the limit, to be the stars some think we can only touch. So, getting a little emotional here. So I challenge everyone here today to not get complacent when we leave these walls, to continue to step up in the places where you used to sit down, to speak in the places where you used to be quiet, and to do something in the places where you were told to stay in your lane. I mean, faculty, staff, your fellow classmates, your loved ones, we are all here to celebrate the best parts of you, the champions in you, and the champions who got you here. See, we have been nurtured by a community that has challenged each of our approaches, empathized with each of our struggles, and today, collectively glorify our rise. See, we are not the first, and we are far from the last, but together, each of our legacies can be just as everlasting. Cheryl Lee Ralph did it, Avery Brooks did it, Julio Martinez did it, Alfred Edmond did it, Randall Pinkett did it, James Dixon Carr did it, Paul Robeson did it. So, in the words of the great prophet Kendrick Lamar, we got loyalty, got royalty in our DNA. Now, as we begin to write the next chapter of our journey, let's show the world that with a scarlet R in our DNA, the sky is not the limit, it's only the beginning. Thank you.
It's warm up here. Thank you so much, Kayla, for your words and for sharing your story with us. Congratulations again to you, and we look forward to bearing witness to all that you will accomplish and do. In the spirit of excellence in telling our stories, I would now like to introduce another student who will be performing a spoken word poem for us this afternoon. Michael Anderson. Michael Anderson is an artist, poet, author, and journalist. He's a journalism and media studies major, double minoring in digital communication and information in the media, and Africana studies, During his time at Rutgers as an undergraduate, he worked with New Student Orientation as an orientation leader. He was a Scarlet Ambassador at the Visitor Center, a columnist for the Daily Targum, a first-year interest group peer instructor, a member of the Student Affairs Media Team, a member of the Rutgers Slam Poetry Team, and the president of Verbal Mayhem Poetry Collective. Please join me in welcoming Michael Anderson to the stage.
We came into college under the sharp optimism of the unexpected. The first black president had recently been re-elected. I'm not sure what was greater, the deception of it all or the feat itself. During my 4 years in college, my friends and I witnessed history repeat itself. A stomach-churning deja vu. Saw hands go up and black bodies go down. We watched Eric Garner, Michael Brown, Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, Solace always pending, a new name before the last one would heal, Alton Sterling, Philando Castile. As if America was trying to foreshadow the Trump that was drawing near. As if America was trying to tell us Trump was always here. And somewhere in the middle between 2 Kendrick albums, 2 Beyonce masterpieces, and 1 Chance the Rapper mixtape from heaven, my education became our education. Anything I learned individually would be for our elevation. When they interviewed Michael Brown's mother, these were her first words uttered. You know how hard it was to get him to stay in school and graduate? You know how many black men graduate? Not many. Michael Brown was one of too many black children dying at the hands of America's education system before they brought in America's justice system to finish the job. Us standing here is nothing short of a miracle, given the systematic tactics they tried to make us economically, mentally, physically, and spiritually invisible. Let's be clear. We was never supposed to be here. College and study halls was never what they had in mind for us. Plantations, projects, and prisons were the only structures custom designed for us. If I had a chance to talk to the next generation and my voice had the ability to reach them, I would teach them. I would teach them, always question whether the story is twists. Between the movies, the news, the curriculum in schools, they try to make it seem as though we never exist. I would teach them, think globally, vote locally. I would teach them the intersections in terms of oppression, whether it's America, Syria, Dominican Republic, South Asia, Ghana, Jamaica, there's a global connection. Keep an eye on your school board members just as hard as you keep an eye on the president. I would teach them an SAT score or a progress report will never define your intelligence. I would teach them to ask, who taught you about the past? Why did they teach you that way? And did your history make it into class? I would teach them never second guess if you were built for university, especially at schools where black hands built the university. I would teach them, allow your quest for education to have a bigger purpose than earning income. Learning can reveal, heal, and give wisdom. It is not always in your best interest to follow the rules. Education will always be more important than school. And should I stumble into a room of great minds of color ready to take on the world, I would tell us we are an army. We didn't sharpen our minds to get complacent. We didn't hone in our crafts to be justice adjacent. Use your degree to disagree. Articulate dissent. Have a heart to reinvent. When we become the parents, let's not only check grades and numbers, let's check everything they're teaching our children about Columbus. Make their expectations redefined. Don't just teach them how to read, teach them how to read between the lines. Why not us flip the script and rip the system? Why not us be the doctors to the needy and the lawyers who fight the greedy? The journalists who care more about truth and less about whether the news is speedy? Why not us be the teachers, the artists, the poets essential, changing minds and changing hearts with the stroke of a pencil? Why not us? Why not now? Grab the world and channel it. Scrutinize every move, analyze, examine it. Aren't we tired of being the talented 10th? Why not turn this into the talented 100%? Why not force them to speed up the rate? How are black students only 7% of the state school but make up 17% of the state? The only thing we have to lose is ourselves. The only thing we have to gain is ourselves. Let's make our knowledge worth it as we move on to the next chapter. Rest in peace, Jordan Edwards. Black Lives Matter.
Thank you, Michael. So much brilliance at this podium tonight. Thank you both, Michael and Caleb. I have the distinct honor, privilege, and pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker for this afternoon, Dr. Shawn Harper. Dr. Harper has been recognized in Education Week as one of the 10 most influential professors in the field of education. Dr. Harper is an expert on race, gender, and student success in urban high schools and in higher education. He's a professor at the University of Pennsylvania, where he founded and serves as the executive director of the Center for the Study of Race and Equity in Education. Dr. Harper has published over 100 peer-reviewed journals and other academic publications and received more than $12 million in research grants. Johns Hopkins University Press is currently publishing his 13th book, Race Matters in College. His research has been cited in more than 5,000 published studies. He's currently the president of the Association of the Study for Higher Education. The New York Times, Washington Post, Wall Street Journal, Chronicle of Higher Education, and over 11,000 newspapers have quoted Professor Harper and featured his research. He has interviewed on CNN, ESPN, and NPR. And this July, I'm excited to share that he'll be joining the University of Southern California Rosier School of Education faculty as the Clifford and Betty Allen Professor in Urban Leadership and Executive Director of the USC Race and Equity Center. Please join me in welcoming a longtime friend and great colleague, Dr. Harper, to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. We do indeed have royalty and loyalty in our DNA. Congratulations, graduates. Frederick Douglass, an African-American man who was enslaved, the one that President Trump still thinks is alive, taught himself how to read and write. Frederick Douglass famously declared, "If there is no struggle, there is no progress." Undoubtedly, today marks a significant moment of progress in your lives and educational journeys, and a significant moment of progress for your families and for generations of people of color who struggled so that you could be here right now as graduates of one of America's finest universities. Struggle. Perhaps a few of you struggled to get to Rutgers because someone erroneously suggested you weren't good enough, you weren't smart enough. They were wrong. Some teachers, journalists, researchers, and others have repeatedly told us that Black and brown people don't succeed in college, that gathering more than 700 of you here today at Rutgers was an impossible feat. They were wrong. I imagine that some of you who are graduating from this fine institution at times struggled to master difficult concepts, or to pay tuition, or to get all your assignments turned in on time. A few of you occasionally struggle to stay awake in class, or to make it there on time, or to make it there at all. Many of you surely struggled in classes where you were the only students of color, in departments where all the faculty members were white, in interactions with white professors and colleagues and peers of yours who microaggressed you and stereotyped you. Some of you surely struggled with the Eurocentric curriculum that failed to include our people's lives and cultural histories. Some of you struggled as you got confused for the other black girl in the class. Or some person, without asking, just touched your hair with no permission. Or confused you for the other black guy who's on the football team and just assumed that you were here only to play athletics and earn billions of dollars for this university. Some of you struggled on the morning that the executive order that led to a travel ban of people from various countries, our people, their people, right? That was a moment of struggle for us. Despite some moments of struggles here at the State University of New Jersey, you are to be celebrated for the significant progress that you've made over the past 4, 5, or for some of you 6 years here at Rutgers. See, it is the combination of great times and the occasional encounters with struggle that will make you outstanding leaders in our society and in your chosen professions. You are better because of what you have experienced here in New Brunswick. Your progress poises you to help struggling others navigate their ways through difficult circumstances and onward to success. You now know something about success because you have succeeded in a place that was not built for your success. Your progress will surely inspire others in your families, others in our communities, in communities of color, to progress to and through college, because you've done it. You are now a shining example for young people of color who will look up to you as a guiding light. And your progress poises you to have local and macro level impact on a range of important social issues. Our nation continually struggles to realize its espoused commitments to liberty and justice for all. Racism, sexism, homophobia, xenophobia, transphobia, and bigotry are problems with which the U.S. has and continues to struggle. So much evidence exists in the current moment to confirm this. A troubling number of citizens, disproportionately people of color, live in poverty because of our nation's struggle with structural racism. Economic injustice and the gap between the haves and the have-nots is a perennial problem facing our nation. We are in desperate need of leaders in all fields, industries, and communities who can make meaningful progress on these challenges. Those leaders are you. Whether you are going to be a teacher, accountant, social worker, attorney, scientist, artist, professor, or something else, Rutgers University has prepared you to be the leaders that our nation and our world so desperately need. In preparing to deliver this address, I reflected fondly on my own commencement. I graduated from Albany State, a public, historically black university in Georgia, nearly 2 decades ago. I imagined that the Paul Robeson Cultural Center and the Center for Latino Arts and Culture provided for you what my historically black college provided for me: a protective, restorative, and celebratory space. A familial and familiar environment in which the fullness of your black and brown selves was nurtured and affirmed. I will forever appreciate Albany State for this. I hope that you will reflect favorably on the spaces that added cultural value to your time here at Rutgers, today and beyond. One other thing that I recall from my college graduation 19 years ago is the way it ended. Like most ceremonies at my historically black college, we concluded just about every event with Lift Every Voice and Sing. The wonderful song that you heard a verse from Liberated Gospel Choir share with us here this afternoon. I would like to leave you with two powerful lines from this great anthem. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. You are facing the rising sun. Yeah, that way. While this is the end of your journey here at Rutgers, commencement marks the beginning of your lives as college graduates. To commence is to start something. You are starting a journey. What I hope ultimately becomes a journey towards justice. Facing the rising sun, I want you to face it with hope, optimism, determination, and bravery. Face the rising sun knowing that you've come from rich cultural histories, knowing that we do in fact have loyalty and royalty in our DNA. Face the rising sun knowing that you have worked hard, knowing that you are good enough, knowing that you have what it takes to succeed in your next adventure. But also face the rising sun knowing that your nation and our world needs you to pull us out the darkness of inequities, unfairness, bigotry, and injustice. Let us march on till victory is won. Notice that the lyric says, let us. It doesn't say let me or let you as an individual. It says, let us march on till victory is won. If we are to achieve justice and liberation for ourselves and our communities, we must march together. Black and brown folk must be in coalition, not in competition. We need collaboration, not isolation. One important thing unites you at this ceremony on this day. You all, in a couple days, will be graduates of Rutgers University. That unites you. But let's also think of this as the dawn of a new day, as a sunrise that commences here, right now, today. A new beginning in our common quest for justice. Together, let us march on to the communities in which black and brown folk live are no longer underserved by politicians and others who care little about our humanity. Together, let us march on till students of color are no longer miseducated in K-12 schools. Together, let us march on till the racism that some of you experienced here at Rutgers isn't experienced by future generations of students of color who come here, and until there are more Black and Latinx faculty members who teach here. As alumni, you will have some power in marching on together to achieve those goals for future generations. Together, let us march on till women have equal pay for equal work. Let us march on until there's a woman in the White House, and more specifically, until there's a woman of color who is President of the United States. And for sure, together, let us march on until the senseless murders of unarmed black and brown men and women cease to exist in our nation. Together, let us march on until mass incarceration ends. Together, let us march on until the stupidly racist, xenophobic attempts to build a wall, to restrict immigration, and to tear apart families through mass deportation ends. Together, let us march on till justice, is fully realized in our nation and in our world. Class of 2017, facing the rising sun of our new day begun. March on till victory is won. Congratulations and best wishes to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Harper, for your keynote address. I would now like to invite Professor Denniston Bonity to the stage, who will be presenting the inaugural Paul Robeson Award on behalf of the Rutgers African American Alumni Alliance. This year, our planning committee selected a student who best exemplified the tenets of Paul Robeson's life of scholarship, advocacy, leadership, and overall excellence. This student, Nicholas Kofi Addo, has served in various leadership roles on our campus and has excelled academically. He is graduating today and plans to pursue a graduate degree at Boston University in the fall. We are awarding Nicholas a Certificate of Excellence and $2,500 scholarship to aid in his graduate studies. Please join us in congratulating Nicholas Addo on stage.
Okay, welcome everyone. Nicholas thought he had escaped me because he took my Intro to Africana class and several years ago in his freshman year. The Rutgers African American Alliance, the group that is given this award, celebrates the achievements of African, Latinx, and Black students at Rutgers University. As you move beyond your undergraduate years, our organization is here to introduce, to network, and to promote you to a far-spanning collective of alumni, and also to keep you in touch with Rutgers as you travel around the world. We are excited to support you as you choose to make history. That is where we come from. We come from alumni who chose to make history in the way that you are making history. We also choose to marshal our resources to support you, to help you in your endeavors in whatever community you go on to. The Rites of Passage Ceremony is special and dear to us because many of us were there at its inception 25 years ago. All the key members, including Dr. Juanita Jones-Daly, involved with the Rutgers African American Alumni Alliance, and we are delighted to support endeavors like this. We remember that when the Rites of Passage started, we had to do it in conjunction with student organizations. This was a completely student-initiated event. That first ceremony was all about students celebrating what they had achieved. And they got actually funding support from student organizations and alumni because the Paul Robeson Center at that point didn't have the budget. So it is timely and appropriate that on the 25th anniversary of the Rites of Passage, that the RAAA steps forward to continue supporting Rutgers students. The alumni who provided the funding for this scholarship obviously did not know who would receive this award. However, the members who donate to our scholarship fund subscribe to a certain philosophy. And that philosophy is that true humanitarianism is like the individual who plants fruit trees with the full knowledge that they will not be the ones to reap the first fruits. We simply believe in the potential of our Rutgers graduates. We believe in you. We believe that you will choose to make history, and we believe that you will continue to marshal resources to support those who come after you. And that's all we're concerned with. So at this point, I'm delighted to give this certificate of recognition to Nicholas Addo, who loves his parents, all right?
Hello, my dad.
And who we believe will make history. Congratulations, Nicholas.
Thank you, Professor Bonady, and congratulations again, Kofi. In the spirit of acknowledgement, there's another student we'd like to briefly recognize for academic excellence. Much of our community has heard already, but we are proud to announce the selection of Chelsea Ritchie as a 2017 recipient of the prestigious Gates Cambridge Scholarship. Chelsea is the 9th Rutgers student to be awarded this scholarship, which will fund her postgraduate studies in the United Kingdom for up to 3 years. Chelsea, please join us as we award you a Certificate of Excellence for your accomplishment. Thank you, Chelsea, and congratulations. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. We will be presenting the graduates of the class of 2017 with their Kente Stoles, woven in Ghana historically for Ashanti royalty and for ceremonious occasions. And I'd briefly like to recognize the weaver of all of your Kente Stoles. He's with us today. His name is James Intum. He's standing here. Would you please stand, James? Hand-woven, hand-woven. It is in that tradition that we will call each of your names to walk the stage, receive your stole, and return to your peers, family, and friends. Please hold your applause to the end. There are 650 graduates we want to acknowledge, and every guest is deserving of hearing their graduates' names. Graduates, you will receive your stole on stage, and you will drape one another once you return to your seat. Calling names at the podium are two current students, Priscilla Arthur and Damani Van Rensselaer. Please join us on stage. Chancellor Edwards, Dr. McGinty, Dr. Cifuentes, and Dr. Mena, please stand center stage and join us in the shaking hands of our graduates. Stand over here, over here. Right in front of the podium. It's perfect. You can come over here if you want.
Rochelle LeGrand. Kayla Jackson. Michael Anderson. Nicholas Addo. Lorena Hincapi. Marcus D. Parker. Anna Lolizo. Zoe Jawaha, Coriana Assing, Lisbeth Marte, Richard Kwame Isrifi, David Rodriguez, Luis Rafael Gonzalez, Daniela Nunez, Glenn Echampon, Namoita Aziz, Kareem Gay, Carmen Velez, Cynthia Cortez, Wanzila Velasquez, Crystal Monod, Aria Hurley, Johanna Hamoyo, Keja Da Martin, Elena Famble, Sierra Ray, Amani Steele Ferguson, Jordan Heroes, France Fontaine, Chima Asika, Irene Martinez, Kiara Coleman, Daniel John, Alan, Moxie, Yanisha Mituku, Brittany Saffold, Evelyn Mora, Catherine Herrera, Kathy Villetti, Desmond James, Brianna Jones, Shavanya Lynch, Samantha Soretta, Kiana Rhymes, Angelica Sanchez, Jessica Uskameta, Camera Boyd, Alice Saladino Cooper, Kelsey Thorne, Jada Anderson, Kayla Fowler, Elia Joel Pratt, Judith Lagares, Deja Baptiste, Brian Corbin, Mark Salerno, Deshaun Holder, Kelly Lopez, Alisa Madera, Enivia Tinnery, Chidedum Ehiobuche, Ashley Bender, Chizoba Akungwane, Alexandra Piaco, Imana Lee, Johanny Reyes, Elisa Marte, Caroline Paz, Lecurso Vilches, Catherine Espinal, Isaac Laura Fonville, Kevin Tierra, Alisa Nelson, Kaylin Judicily Conover, Kayla Dredden, Bashar Jenkins Jr., Adeyoyin Adeyemo, Akim Bonile Akinola, Jasmine Dubois, Felicia McGee, Jamie Brandwaite, Jasana Sevier, Jacinta Hall, Savona Forrester, Gabriela Corbett, Nafisa Onke, Faiza Onke, Aliyah Ray Hohat, Eniola Favora, Jamitra West, Jacqueline Ramos, Jeffrey Paya Munevo, Arlene Margarita Guerra Encarnacion, Daphne S. Alva, Anna Marie Amaya, Esteban Ramirez, Faith Henderson, Shanice Brummel, Bria Feliciano, Maya Alston, Bria Metivier, Kendra Weiss, Idonia Danielle Pogue, Aaliyah Green, Emily Rosado, AC Bissa, Cherish Wato, Kamsi Yochuku Moloku, Angelica Ezegwe, Sunday Ibo, Kiara Lies, Kirsten Hamilton, Caroline Marejo, Aswan Carbonell, Ania Eats Lundi, Jason Gaines, Alisa Michelle Rodriguez, Genesis Concepcion, Stephanie Iherheta, Elizabeth Seraphim, Adedamola Adebi, VMA Way, Brittany Taylor Richards, Tyler Somerville, Audrey Amarachi Ojinaka, Technew Jordan, Anne Laurie Natalie Lamore, Brittany Jeffrey, Danielle Vieira, Jessica Chavez, Ashley Krim, Danielle Krim, Mercedes Samuels, Ayana Phoenix, Denise Tejada, Tiffany Turlington, Ivy Chu, Jordan Richardson, Alexandra Rodriguez, Jasenia Castro, Nancy Estefany Diaz, Edgar Jimenez Cucci, Luis Rojas, Jaslyn Lasso, Tara Floyd, Doreen Sparrow, Brittany C. Dunlap, Alicia Aheko, Amara Richardson, Xavier Miller, Brittany Johnson, Jose Copran, Arla Leba, Francine Matthias, Nicole Soto, Kimberly Castro, Verdun Breton, Marie Burgess, Victoria Elise Cooper, Jasper Jean, Lolita Kirby, Derek T. Mackey, Karen Jasmine Zambrano, Catherine Pena Herrera, Shirley Downen, Ivelise Izari, Glenn Alamo, Benjamin Fiadonu, Sydney Murray, Kimberly Duchini, Caroline Morales, Nanajua Ejakowa, Kofi Yamwa, Robert Emmanuel, Brianna Danielle Brock, Diamond Tierra Grant, Anna Echampon, Jasmine Parchment, Frederick Flavian, Andrew C. Davis, Kayla Lawton, Catalina Chesney, Alejandra Campos, Valentina Velasquez, Aaron Tolliver, Cardell D. Bellin II, Kenneth Sorrell, Dahamel E. Mondesser, Chelsea Ritchie, Guardia Michelle, Gloria Ogu, Kadrima Sims, Ayana Moody, Xiaomi Ulysses, Isaac Thompson, Jenny Valdez, Ashley Ampabing, Darrell Abney, Kareem Marquis Singleton, George Marful, Yolanda Edim, Mariam McCauley, Elizabeth Bossere, Negwe, Josephine Ametame, Naveline Charles, Janet Isaiah, Jenny Louise Charles, Akosia Frimpong, Ashley Dilling, Kite L. Trinidad, Junior Casaguano, Kayla M. Williams, Avgastawa, Evita Wosu Sylvester, Ailina Freeman, Amelia Diaz, Kirsten Harper, Michael Ladagwa, Denise McLuski, Daniel Olao, Jonathan Rojas, Jalissa Peralta, Dominique Pegram, Nana Osei Tutu, Eric Kahuste, Daniel J. Koch, Brandon Thompson, Akia Torp, Jahari Annette Shears, Gerard Bailey, Emily Rivera, Mariam Andrea Perez, Kiana Iona, Sienna Davis, Janae Pena, Bonnie Nunez, Courtney Clark, Melina Brown, Alexis Holmes, Manisa Lomajust, Akimbola Okulahara, Jasmine Green, Barely Churliser, Daquan Watson, Aaliyah Jefferson Gonzalez, Chantel Curtis, Kiana Webb, Kayshay Bryson, Jocelyn Karina Ellis, Benita Acusia Frimpong, Evana Castrillon, Amber Mendez, Carla Palomino, Brianna Zamorza, Brianna M. Hernandez, Desiree Squire, Doris G. Heber, Abraham Alphonse Linares, Avga Stowell, Christopher Reed, Chiamaka Udoye, Ise Wokaman Arroyo, Anita Omobia, Amber Davis, Jasmine Marie Arce, Dior Bell, Jennifer Gandu, Christiana Osawe, Fraylene Glisu, Abisola Oyeniran, Kim Nebudum, Blessing Martins, and Neola King, Medina Abiyu, Latifa Olawore, Adelano Adebo, Lane Smith, Cameron Bynum, Monturayan Rebecca Adu, Ayodeji Folarin, Dion Higginbotham, Alethea Wright Levels, Taylor Marie McCoy, Danisha Griffith, Nathaniel Ludosur, Alexandra Philogene, Patricia Palmer, Nafisha Goldsmith. Thank you, Chancellor Edwards, Dr. McGinty, Dr. Fuentes, Dr. Mena, for joining us. Congratulate your graduates. We would like to ask Dr. Jones, Dr. Whitney, Dr. Ramsamy, and Dr. Fernandez to stand and join us for the next round of graduates. Congratulations.
Natalie Coronado, Natalie Sanchez, Marissa Jimenez, Mihawa Sumner, Rebecca Velez, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Tiara Levers, Natalie Jones, Patience Madu, Maribel Garcia Gonzalez, Maritza Duanes, Mary Lou Rodriguez, Brian Elliott Rodriguez, Lawrence Fernandez, Nadia Rivers Brown, Maximilian Cabrera, Saray Salermo, Lameta Dennis, Natisha Mabley, Naquan Stewart, Taylor Williams, Brianna Fisher, Raven Jennerson, Richard Allen, Sandra Jaramillo, Sofania Cueva, Ramon E. Peña, Leslie Acuna, Julissa Luz Mercado, Yasmin Marks, Senia Elizabeth Pico, Mary Conza Gonzalez, Maria Alejandro Sandova, Enovi Caridad Molinano Chavez, Leanne Adolfi, Unique Jenkins, Tanya Flores, Mary Lynn Alonso, Brandy Blackshear, Brielle Blackshear, Pamela Beatrice Gomez, Trevor James Alston, Miguel Rivar Lazo, Wanda Quintanilla Duran, Madeline Hernandez Pichardo, Sarah Medina, Joanna Rivera, Daniela Bauza, Daniela Buza, Annabelle Caribalo, Madeline Navar, Stephanie Corona, Emmanuel Ancra, Vanessa Raymond Garcia, Patrice Williams, Monica Torres, Avery Macklin McWilliams, Nathaniel R. Benavides, Tyrus Jackson, Marquise Terrell Reese, Sarah Regha, Mackenzie Godoy, Stephanie Acevedo, Maria Celi Brito, Sibel Tarkin, Mary Ellis Martinez, Stacy Arce, Toby Raggi, Reginald Ajari Ikansan, Nana Ampusa, Nana Kueku Ano, Obina Moname, Millicent Mosire, Matthew Skitty, Shayla Hatcher, Shantae Guianes, Jody Lewis, Monica Olivo, Tiffany Nunez, Pete James Velasquez, Jacqueline Alvarez, Lisa S. Scott Willis, Tamika Bazil, Nadeju Towns, Pia Cologne, Corinne Lewis, Yaneri Calpiano, Santoria Weems Pickens, Shireen Balemi, Lamar Nero, Melissa Dennis, Nicole Redwood, Tawanda Ralph, Mary Ebong, Nana Achepong, Oluwasime Dele Shokumbare, Ryu Brumant, Megan Shonaki, Sophia Anamuro, Brianna Grant, Taquaya Tobias, Tempest Alexandra Williams, Suhail Santos Bohoquez, Asha A. Alexander, Malika Hutchins, Renee Sharif, Vivian Sanchez, Marcus Smith, Paloma Gomez, Nadi Yvonne Lewis, Maria Isabel Gomez, Tashaya Ellis, Nikisha Johnson, Ifoma Onwuka, Sharifa Quinones, Shaniqua Royale, Sean Missouri, Karine Yamut, Roland Martinez, Richard Loper IV, Ziasia Nellum, Brittany Bone, Robin Kojo, Nanoma Ohine, Janai Hollinger, Antonio Sereno Jr., Christopher Moore, Matthew Burton, Sanjita Chowdhury, Mirka Jean Charles, Nathaniel Buffo Mensa, Michael Bionting, Tiana Crystal Victor, Jessica Kofi, Tolu Parahansi, Rhonda Coons, Nichelle Tate, Alyssa Moore, Sarah Chowdhury, Marcy Kennedy, Nicole Crippen, Einstein Josue Albert, Brielle Pryor, Michelle Castro, Stephanie Aronis, Samantha Campbell, Mary Uka, Uchenna Ndukwe, Rukel Ramos, Jacqueline Carrion, Umotesi Ruranga, Anehita Ore Babor, Unique Basil, Tia Rivera, Stephanie Maherji, Yvonne Sage, Dylan Sage, Niall Thorne, Tamara Christie St. George, Marjorie Castro de la Mata, Haja Sano, Nusheli Perez, Yoris Hernandez Garcia, Michael Lamberti, Matthew Rivera, Stephen Jean Baptist, Samson Dovey, Opieme Akinde, Naomi Watkins Granville, Tomaz Cowell, Anthony Myrick Lawson, Tiara Owens, Leslie Westbrook, Rudy Philogen, Dante Cortijo, Sakoni Cobell, Samantha Young, Tiffany Ezewa, Walkiria Marte, Valerie De Jesus, Stephanie Chizum Ame Funa, Natalie Montes, Michael Oleja, Johnny Alvarado, Naomi Rosario, Ariana Velez, Arlenis Ferreira, Stephanie Castellanos, Brandon Flores, Rayshawn Ledette, Lenny's Mendez, Abiola Olaja, Shay Reed, Christina Richburg, Giselle Duran, Ashira Tyler, Shayna Williams, Jerbanka Office, Sonia Danielle Marin, Shaquana Majid, Marie Tella, Mariana Orozco Arano, Nia Imani Jackson, Daniela Padilla, Adriana Garrido, Jahisa Jaramillo, Stephanie Geraldo, Morgan Ashley Thomas, Car Duardice, Terrence Williams, Omar Baldo, Aubrey C. Lewis III, Christine Mays, Nadira Payne, Samantha Muganga, Michelle Hawkins, Jordan Chapman, Rosanna Diaz, Lexus Harewood, Renee Bruff, Manuel E. Carpio III, Nukil Branscombe, Daniela Murillo, Emika Xavier Madubogo, Khalif Hall, Harrison Roseman, Michael Cummings IV, Sean Majunkins II, Fauzan Larry, Kaylee Hudson, Taylor Abram McQueen, Melissa James, Brittany Woods Turner, Angelica E. Williams, Pablo Ortiz,
Jennifer Nunez, Amina Shabir, Cindy Rodriguez, Crystal Canales, Carla Torres, Alder Pierilas, Ellis Nana Amo Okuku, Aaron George Harper Lynch, Jennifer Polanco Marmolejo, Danielle Gonzalez, Nyasia Williams, Edson Desrosiers, Yvette Israel, August Clark, Shantice Byron, Sydney Elizabeth Smith, Sabrina Riddick, Candice Eheme, Antoine Benyon Chambers, Peyton Sierra Cook, Iman Baptiste, Indira Pickney, Corey Court, Colette Barrow, Eileen Oni, Hillary Escobosa, Nicole Pava, Jocelyn Barrios, Dejasia Durant, Kwame Bolton, Judah Emmanuel Brown, Deanna Destin, Migdala Mighty, Kayla Garnett, Naya Lamar, Tyler Ussel, Desiree Williams, thank you, Dr. Jones, Dr. Whitney, Dr. Ramsamy, and Dr. Fernandez. Congratulations to the class of 2017.
Thank you all. I would now like to welcome Dr. Juanita Daly-Jones, the founding student of the Rutgers University Rites of Passage Ceremony, formerly known as the Black and Latino Commencement Celebration, which was created in 1992. Please join Dr. Daly-Jones, who will deliver the ceremony charge. Graduates, please stand.
Oh, okay, it's Juanita Jones Daly. I'm sorry, I'm a stickler for these things. Have a quick seat. It actually started in 1993. We always get the math wrong because the first year is year one, and then you add, and I'm sorry, I'm an engineering major, so math and science. Shout out to MEET. And where's my friend Doreen? I love you, girl. I'm so proud of you. We got history, but that's our business. Amen. Okay, so since I'm founder, I'm just going to take a quick founder privilege. I promise you I will not be long, but I just wanted to share a few thoughts. Good afternoon and congratulations to the class of 2017. I'm honored to be with you here today, and I'm humbled by the enormity and the significance of this occasion. Who knew 24 years ago that there would still be a Rites of Passage program? Thank you to all the administrators, past and present, who felt it important to continue this tradition. It's incredible to consider that most of you weren't even born the first time we held this in Kirkpatrick Chapel. which began, as she said, as the Black and Latino commencement celebration. It was important then, as it is today, to pause, reflect, and celebrate each individual accomplishment as well as our collective achievement. And before I administer the charge, I just want to share one simple word of encouragement, and that is to push. You are here today because others who came before you pushed to open doors and break barriers. No doubt many of you seated here today had to push just to get to Rutgers and then get through Rutgers, but you did it. As you leave here today, there will be yet more you must do, which will require you to push. I don't have to give you a list. You watch the news, you see what's going on. To push requires energy. It involves transference from a state of potential energy to that of kinetic energy. And in order to push to have maximum effectiveness, it must be directed properly. Otherwise, it becomes wasted energy. How do you ensure that your push makes a positive impact? The first step is knowing your purpose. I want to underscore that your degree does not define your purpose. It may help you pursue it and fulfill it, but the degree is not the end-all, be-all. This Rutgers experience was a training and a proving ground that just propels you to the next challenge in the pursuit of fulfilling your purpose. After a few weeks, make sure you take the time to do an introspective activity to really consider your purpose. Again, you don't want wasted energy, but be encouraged, and some of you may know this. Even your detours and your setbacks are great training ground to hone your skills in the fulfillment of your purpose. The next step is understanding. What are you pushing? Why are you pushing it? Where are you pushing it to? When you have a good grasp of your purpose, because it's an evolution and personal growth, you then can apply understanding to your activities. You do things from a position of knowledge, utilizing not only your scholarship, but your gut instincts. The ability to think is so important because, let's be honest, we all know people who sometimes just don't think. And if we could be real, sometimes we were one of those people that just didn't think. But now, there are times when there is foolishness involved, but there are times when our gut instincts guides our action. So it's important to understand yourself first, that you can learn to trust yourself and trust your instincts. Furthermore, you must take the time to understand others, their needs, their wants, their motivations. When we seek first to understand and then to be understood, as the late Stephen Covey would write, we create an atmosphere of empathy and trust. Now, even if you understand, you are not obligated to agree, as you must understand and apply your own personal values to every situation and cause. But understanding others, show them that you are valued, that they are valued and respected by you. And next is strategy. In order to push, you must be strategic. When you have a good grasp on understanding, you can then put strategy together to execute it. You can determine the resources you need, including the people and the finances, and create that plan to make it happen, like pedal. It is so important to understand that creating a strategy is not a one-size-fits-all exercise. It will take knowing your purpose and applying your understanding to develop that strategy. And don't wait until you have all the pieces and everything figured out. Start where you are. In design, they have what they call a minimum viable product, or MVP. Companies will launch it and keep making updates every iteration as they get feedback on a product's performance. All of us have smartphones, and all updates are just iterations that were built on an MVP. Don't fall victim to paralysis by analysis. There are those who can create strategy, but the real winners are those who can execute it, learn from their mistakes, and make the necessary course corrections and try again. Last is hope. Without hope, what is the meaning of this life? Hope is what brought us here, brought us through, and will propel us onward and upward. Having graduated 24 years ago, and as a wife and a mom, I can tell you there will be plenty of times where your hope will be negatively impacted. It's called life. Be sure to have those around you who can support you. Be one who is present to support someone else. Hope is what will help us even when we see chaos all around. Hope is what allows us to see the positive in a challenging situation and a future where uncertainty abounds. Hope is what we represent for someone else who is looking to take this path. Hope is what we carry for the children we will care for. Be a beacon, giver, and a sustainer of hope. Purpose, understanding, strategy, hope. push. One last example before I leave you here today. This celebration is an example of a push. I am grateful to those who caught the vision and provided the support to make it happen, and those who keep it happening. Thank you very much. Lastly, I am overwhelmed being here speaking. 23 years ago, I stood on this very stage as the first African American woman to deliver the commencement speech for the College of Engineering. And that was a push. Being here today inspires and reminds me there is yet more pushing that I need to do. Because you all are coming behind me. So thank you. Would you please stand? I state your name. Promise to dedicate my life to preserving our past, uplifting the present, and securing our future. I will preserve the past by educating myself, my children, and society about the greatness of our story. I will uplift the present by utilizing my talents to improve the next generation and assisting them in their struggles, which is ultimately our struggle. I dedicate myself to these goals as I commence on my new journey. Congratulations and God bless you, class of 2017.
You all can be seated. Before we close out this afternoon's ceremony, please join me in welcoming Rochelle LeGrand to the stage. As we close with a musical selection, Listen from Dreamgirls. Rochelle LeGrand is a graduating senior, double majoring with high honors in journalism and media studies and Africana studies. While at Rutgers, she performed with the Livingston Theater Company and Cabaret Theater. She was on the executive board of the Haitian Association of Rutgers University, part of Residence Life, working as a peer mentor for the Paul Robeson Living Learning Community, and as a resident assistant. She is accompanied by Rutgers alum Pete Bathelis on keyboard.
Listen to the song here in my heart. A melody has started but can't complete. Listen to the sound from deep within. It's only beginning to find release. Oh, the time has come for my dreams to be heard. They will not gave to me, but now I gotta find my own. You should have listened. There was someone here inside, someone I thought had died so long ago. I'm screaming out and my dreams will be heard. They will not be pushed aside or turned into your own, all 'cause you won't listen. Listen, I am alone at the crossroads. I'm not at home in my own home, and I've tried and tried to say what's on my mind. You should have known and know. Now I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you made of me. I followed the voice that you gave to me, but now I gotta find. I don't know where I belong, but I'll be moving on. If you don't, if you won't listen. A melody I start and I will complete. And now I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you made of me. I followed the voice you thought you gave to me, but now I gotta find my own, my
Wow. Simply amazing, simply amazing, simply amazing. Good job, Rochelle. Woo. Well, congratulations to all the graduates. 2017. Give it up for yourselves. What a remarkable time this afternoon as a community to come together and celebrate each and every one of you. We hope you've enjoyed this celebratory pre-commencement ceremony. It is a privilege for us as faculty and staff to be able to honor you in this capacity as you embark on the next chapter of your journey. This ceremony would not be possible with the support of many individuals, without the support of many individuals and departments who serve as campus partners to the work that we do at the Paul Robeson Cultural Center. First, I want to acknowledge the wonderful staff that I have the distinct pleasure to work with at the Paul Robeson Cultural Center. Thank you to Kiana Stewart, Yolanda Grant, and Tiana Ford for your dedication and commitment to this important program and all the events that we put on throughout the year. I want to acknowledge Chancellor Edwards for his unyielding support I also want to thank our divisional and campus partners, Dr. Felicia McGinty in the Division of Student Affairs, Dr. Ben Cifuentes in the Division of Undergraduate Academic Affairs, Dr. Carlos Fernandez in the Center for Latino Arts and Culture, Dr. Eric Ramsamy in the Department of Africana Studies, and the Cultural Center Collaborative for being critical campus partners to the Paul Robeson Cultural Center. Finally, I want to show our genuine support and appreciation to the Rutgers Athletic Center staff here at the RAC, university facilities and dining services for what you're about to receive at the reception, for all of their support at the ceremony. Thank you very much for all of your support in planning today. And to all the graduates, family, and friends, congratulations again on reaching this wonderful milestone. We look forward to seeing you on Sunday for the university's commencement. Immediately following the recessional, please join us for a reception at the Scarlet Lot directly outside the facility. Now it is time for the next chapter of your journey. Move forward with the purpose and passion. You are the future, and the future is now. So embrace what's in front of you and be ready to take on the next challenge. Congratulations.